the second course. So all you need to do is just put the cement on top, right?
Yes, what I do is I hit all the four corners and then spread this out. As you can see, I have the wheelbarrow here with the cement. Now bear in mind that this one we want to lay slightly higher. I fill the whole base with cement. Make sure you get it on the corners like this. Spread it out. Then I laid these out and numbered these pieces. Then I take it and put it on top. Now I'll tap this down here. Take my level, put it across. Now you can see where I have to tap this a little. As you can see, I'm still a little bit low, but I don't want to pick it up all at once. I want to do it little by little.
I see.
Then I level it this way.
Okay.
Make sure we're kind of level this way. And we are.
Okay.
And then kind of look down on your pier. Since the stone is irregular, by looking down on it, you can see if you're coming up straight.
So a lot of times just visually by looking at it you can get a good
Correct.
idea too.
Yes.
And the cement that fell down on the stone we'll clean up later. You sweep it
Yes.
and then you will sponge it. We'll show that later.
Pick that up later.
Okay. Great. We're laying up the third course. Pretty similar to the second course. You're just spreading mortar on top. And we'll go on ahead and just put the
Yeah, it
piece in there.
is just a repeat of the second one. Where spread the mortar, we'll take our piece, set it, kind of look down on your
So we'll look down this way,
support,
just so you have a
the
visual
base.
support, so you see that it's pretty even, which it is. Now stone's gonna move a little bit. It's not like tile or brick where it's
And
perfect.
it varies a little. Stone always does.
And then you're leveling it on both sides.
Leveling it out. And I have it now fairly level. Remember, this has to be running a little bit uphill to meet this one here.
Okay.
Now, we're averaging right now about a ½ inch per joint.
Okay.
That's what I'm aiming for.
And we'll come along and we'll use a tuck pointer to get those joints smooth, and we'll show that in a minute too.
Yes, we'll lay it all up first, then we'll rake out the joints and sponge them.
Okay. We got all four courses laid, so we have it level. I'll zoom in on the bubble. It's level across, so we're ready to put the very top part of the bench on. Now, one other thing, our grandson Garrett's going to show how simple it is. Just take a tuck pointer and just smooth out the joints so they look better, and also just to fill it in a little bit, because there's always some spots on the joint that here he goes. He's going to just fill it in. You just take your trowel and just fill it in just like that. Real simple. And you fill it in just so the joints are filled in completely and look smooth. And we'll come back and sponge it in just a second. We filled in the joints, so we got them kind of smooth. Now we need to do what now?
We're going to rake them back a little to make the stone stand out. And generally what I do is I probably go 3/8 of an inch back. As you can see, I come along like this. We clean the joints out. And then...
It's like an indentation there.
Yes, and it brings out the beauty of the stone. Really sets it off nice. I like to do it. You don't have to do it. If you feel like it looks better flush for you, you may do so.
And then to get it clean, we'll just take a sponge and then we'll just clean it off. We'll just show you in a minute.
The thing is, as you can see, we smeared the stone here, and we did over here as it squeezed out, and it's a little bit soft, so it smeared the stone. All of that we will get rid of by doing it right away before we put the top piece on. It makes it a little easier. You can do it after you put the top piece on, but by doing the raking and sponging before, it makes it easier on the inside for sure.
Okay, we got Garrett here, and now he's just going to sponge the joint so we can get the cement off the stone. You have to rub a little bit, and you want to take your time. You want the sponge fairly wet, not too wet to where it drains too much. And then he'll just come along and make sure that the cement is off the stone. See how he just kind of wipes with the edge there with the sponge. And it comes off pretty clean, and then the joint itself got a nice little rough look that complements the stone really well. And he gets that up there. And that way it comes nice and clean, so you have a clean looking stone. And then Garrett, why don't you get the mortar around on top of the flagstone so they can see how you just wash that off around the bottom there. So you can see you just use the same sponge to just clean the bottom, the marks that you make or the cement that falls down, and get nicely clean. Alright, and we'll lay that top piece on and finish up. Two top pieces, and there's some landscaping going on next door, so sorry for the little noise, but that's okay. So we're ready to put the top piece on, so let's go through that.